We'll jump right into it. Well, thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Justin. We're down one person, but this is, I think this is going to more than make up for that. Special guest here today for the next episode on Birdseye. So we got Kelly Burton. Thank you for stopping by and joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
This has been a long time in the making. Well, me and you started the same time at Perch, and soon after we connected, I was like, well, when we started this podcast, I'm like, she's exactly who I want to get on here.
It was the first suggestion actually from Brett was we need to get Kelly on.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Well, we're not either. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? But super interesting conversation coming shortly. You're a senior category manager here at Perch, a Perch employee, but your journey to how you came to Perch is definitely unique, and I think something that is best said by you than me. So, without further ado, tell the world your story.
Oh, you make it sound so interesting.
Building it up. That's right.
Yes. So I am a Perch employee that actually came from one of the brands that Perch acquired. So my story starts long before Baby Merlin and Perch. But that is how you and I came to meet, especially because your son was in need of his dream sack and we were out of stock. So I helped you out there, huh?
Luckily, found one in the closet over there and sent it over. It was wondrous.
Exactly. So, so I have a very unique perspective as a Perch employee and as a former employee of a newly acquired company by Perch. My journey started a long time ago. Coming out of college, I worked for a company by the name of Infonautics, and it was very high tech at the time. Ask Jeeves software was built based upon the technology that we used at Infonautics. So what we did at Infonautics, then going IPO into New Media Services, was we took that software and we made that software available to companies like Hewlett Packard and Oracle and Bond for knowledge management software, so that as a consultant, you could go in and you could search whatever it is you were looking for, a new template for a presentation, something along those lines. So it was a great journey. Again, we tried to take New Media Services IPO, did not work out so well. And at that point, I went to work for the company who I had hired to do all the technical back end integrations into the SAP systems, the Bond systems, and the Oracle systems. For about 5 years, I worked for Air Systems and was a director of sales for them, doing all kinds of back end integration work. And then my third baby came along and decided to stay home for 12 years. So I took a 12-year hiatus. As my husband likes to say, I was on the 12-year retirement plan. And when Zach hit 6th grade, I met Maureen Howard on a basketball court. Our sons played CYO basketball together. Will was in 5th grade, Zach was in 6th. And I was looking to get back into the working world, and Baby Merlin was just getting started. So we were legitimately filling orders in her basement, jumping around when we had 10 to 20 orders a day at Baby Merlin 9 years ago. So I look at where we started and where we are today, and it's been an amazing journey. Great friends, you always say good things happen to good people. And Perch coming into Maureen and Bob's world this year has been a great thing. It's been great for Maureen and Bob. They can focus on their kids and what they're doing. It's been great for Baby Merlin because we are just putting on the gas pedal with growth. And it's a win-win situation. I think I told you, Brett, Maureen and I used to get container trucks, the big semis delivered to her beautiful house on Ivystone Drive, and we would unload them. And we had a chute that went to the basement, and we would put them in the back room. So when
the neighborhood must have been just losing their mind.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time the truck came, the neighbors were outside like, what the heck is that? So yeah, when I say we built Baby Merlin from the ground up, we most certainly built Baby Merlin from the ground up. They have this back room in their basement where Bob built the shelves and we stored the product, and we legitimately worked out of their home basement offices up until the purchase of Perch by Perch, but we used that as our warehouse for our first 4 years.
That's yeah, that's wild. That's
I got to give Brett some. So when Brett first, one of the things we had talked about when we first came on board was how do we capture these stories and bring them into the recruiting world? And so Brett, I think you were his first conversation just because we were hired at the same time. And so he came back with a bunch of notes. You did a pretty good job with the notes. It's impressive.
Yeah,
it was very fun to hear it from you, but yeah, good job.
So it was a 12-year sabbatical. It wasn't a 12-year retirement. It's
sabbatical.
Yeah. And then jumped into something just unbelievable. And wow.
Honestly, when we first started, we were Shopify based and solely Shopify based. Maureen had just started to ship double orders via Amazon, like right before I started. We had just started to dip our toes into fulfilling on our own to Amazon. And then as sales started to pick up, we became FBA at Amazon, and we would get our containers and our shipments, and we would have to re-sticker every single unit going to Amazon because we didn't have UPC codes at that time. It wasn't something that was part of the product when I first started. So it was, open cases of 12 packs and put the ASN sticker on and then send them to Amazon. Shopify was our primary source because the way that we grew Baby Merlin was working with our small brick and mortar stores that had sleep consulting classes, which has been, the backbone of our success. So we sold on Shopify, used our website as the knowledge base. Because when you're a tired parent and you're looking for things at 3 a.m. that are going to help your baby transition from the swaddle or sleep, we wanted our product to come to the top. We are the original swaddle transition product. Part of the beauty of Baby Merlin is that Maureen is a pediatric PT. She created this product for her own son, Will, who is today the starting quarterback at Kansas State University. He's 20, just turned 20. So it's kind of crazy when you watch Will on national television playing football and, go back to the initial pictures of Will in the magic sleep suit. It's quite a dichotomy.
It's all because of the good sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say, so what you're saying is the translation of the sleep suit to future success is pretty strong correlation.
There is a very strong correlation. I'm not sure what they drink in the in the Howard house, what's in the water, but their daughter Tori slept in the sleep suit. She was the second baby in the prototype sleep suit, and she is swimming at Penn State. And their third born Ryan is a rock star sophomore offensive lineman in high school right now. And then they have their fourth daughter Grace, who was our first official model of the original version of the magic sleep suit. And Grace is in 6th grade and she's involved in all kinds of sports. I always say, there's something in the water at the Howards that, but we say that, it was that great sleep that they got starting at 3 months that made them good sleepers, that enabled them to grow to these, great feats that they've all been able to accomplish.
I got to go talk to my almost 9-month son who's been in Merlin products for 6 months now. He's got a lot to live up to.
Is he going to go play hockey somewhere?
He's got a hockey stick and he is just slamming everything and anything with it. So we're on a good path. All
there
right.
You go.
Yeah.
There you go. Following in Dad's footsteps, right?
I think we missed out on the sleep sack, Brett.
Yeah, I know. we could have used it, but wow. Okay. So Justin, take us to the hook. The hook question that I love so much and so dearly.
Yeah, Brett was actually dead set against using this. He hates the same question coming up in every podcast. But I think the theme, one of the big themes at Perch is always is focused on continuous growth, learning, and development. For us, we were trying to figure out a fun way to sort of take that and turn into a conversation that was super organic. And what we came up with was just point blank, tell us what you suck at. And then we'll try to make sense of that and see what kind of lessons we can take from it. But yeah, so I know that we only met about 25 minutes ago, but Kelly, what do you really suck at?
There could be a laundry list of things that I could give you on that one. If I listen to my husband and my kids, what I really, really suck at is not taking pride in the one thing that you do get done in a day. It's focusing on maybe the 10 things that you didn't do. So when you start your work day and you have your list of 10 things that you need to get done today, and you got one, but then you did 20 other things that prevented you from getting to those 9. I have gotten much better at it, but I focus on, oh my gosh, I did not get those things done today. And now they're going to start my day off tomorrow. One of the ways that I'm getting better at doing that. And again, it's in the home life, it's in the work life. I tend to focus on what I didn't do as opposed to what I really did get done. And lesson learned, my husband is in sales as well. And he just had to do a podcast for his work. And his podcast was about being thankful for what you do have, what you did do, and relishing in the fact that you got that done. And he used an analogy of a 84-year-old barber, and he goes to work every day, and he starts his day with a passage, spiritual passage. Some people start it with, ESPN and their sports recap, but you start your day with something positive. And then at the end of that day, you look back and you try to take the positives out of that day. And one of the blessings of actually Baby Merlin, and I wasn't even going to do this, but I'll do it because it's sitting right here. When I met Maureen that first time, she gave me this little book. It's called Jesus Calling. And it's not, nothing to be religious about, but it's a passage every day that you read in the morning, and it grounds you. And I've been reading it for 9 years, every single day. And every single day, there is something in that book that just tells me, like, okay, you got this day. You're going to be okay. So that is my thing for this 84-year-old barber that works from 3:30 to 5:30, who, by the way, is my father-in-law. He takes that and then the positives of his day, and that's how he starts his day, and that's how he ends his day. And it's a work in progress. I mean, some days are better than others. Some days you can really do that. Other days, you can't. But you try to find the good that you did do, to outweigh the bad. And like, as my kids would say yesterday, I didn't do that very well, but today is a new day. So let's start with the positive. And honestly, hanging out with you guys today, it's making me smile. Like, it's been a crazy work week. It's been a crazy home life week. My daughter lives with someone who was diagnosed with COVID. So it's been like this, but I'm sitting here in my husband's office with you guys, and I'm smiling. So today, this is going to be my positive.
Look at that. Look at that. Just
Brett's been, so I know he talked before we started recording, he talked about I think you actually said that I was like your balance, but I think we're a lot different. And one of the things that I talked about this in a previous podcast, but I really suck at saying no to stuff. So I end up putting a lot on both myself and the team. I think one of the things that I've learned from Brett over the years is he's really good at pulling us back to the one thing that we got done, which has been helpful. It's a constant game of reminding yourself to look at that one thing. But yeah, I don't know. Brett's a pretty happy guy. I don't know if it's due to that or not.
That helps. That helps. But it's about celebrating the wins and focusing on the wins and not the losses. And in a high transactional world that we all kind of live in, right? You always have a roadblock ahead that you look at, and it's a small roadblock followed by a bigger one and a bigger one. And you get over the first one and you kind of just like, oh, on to the next problem. But it's like, okay, well, I just saw this massive problem, or I just like, for a recruiter, I'm like, I just helped fill like this role that we've had a really hard time filling for a software engineer that could do wonders for our platform. But okay, we got a roadmap of a ton of jobs that we left to fill. So like, it's a mountain that we're climbing up, but like celebrating those wins. It's sanity. You need sanity.
And you know what, like at Perch, we're all moving 100 miles an hour. Everyone's doing their best to, meet that next goal and, jump over that next hurdle and continue to grow your brands. And for you guys, continue to hire, the right people to help grow those brands. And sometimes you just have to sit back. And, when my husband was doing his whole thing on his dad, I was sitting out there having one of those days where I was just like, I am getting nothing productively done. And then I listened to him and I'm like, okay, all right, get over yourself, move on. So, just that's like my life lesson in general. That's what I've tried to instill in my kids who are in their 20s. He is also much like you, Brett. He is forever the optimist. He'll walk into the kitchen and that's my workspace these days. And he'll just walk in and he'll just start like laughing at me, like, come on, get over yourself. I'm like, okay. So, it is one of those things where, it's how you live your life. And it all comes back to whatever it is that makes you happy. That's what should ground you, whether it's like Maureen introducing me to Jesus Calling. Funny story in Jesus Calling, my son's Little League team made it to the Mid-Atlantic Finals for 12U. So we were up in Connecticut. And it was my birthday and I read this book and I knew they weren't going to win because I read my book in the morning. And I was like, as a parent, you're like praying that they win because they go to Williamsport. But as a parent, you're also praying that they don't win because then you're not going to see your kid for another 14 days. And after that summer of being in hotels for the entire summer, it was kind of crazy, but it is insane. 9 years, same passage on same date every day. Talks to you in a different way. And that's what grounds me, my husband, and my 3 kids. They're 21, 24, and 20, almost 27. And we all read it and we all, it's our thing. So, I'm sure they don't read it as much as I do because I didn't read it in my 20s, but, it's all how you look at life. And, if I tie it all back into Perch, like I'm a firm believer in life that everything in life happens for a reason. Maureen and I were meant to meet on that basketball court. We were meant to meet Scott, which was our first SEO company because he used the magic Sleepsuit. And we took our SEO not knowing what we were doing at the time because I'd been out for 12 years and we built out every iteration of Merlin Magic Sleepsuit. And today, like we rank ridiculously well across the board for any iteration of our product name organically because of what we did SEO wise years ago. Like now we're trying to rank for swaddle transition and when to stop swaddling and all of those things because the organic stuff is already there. But again, that was because Scott used the magic Sleepsuit. And that's why Maureen and I chose him because he knew our product and that's what we did. And, I'm here today because you and I met on our first week 90 days ago at Perch, and you found the dream sack through me. It's just, it's a weird world.
The universe is weird. It's weird. It connects everybody and it all happens for reason. I'm with you. I'm the optimist there, but it's also like everything just makes sense in some way, if you let it. That was a weird statement.
And it
I
might
don't know
not
if that
make
makes
sense
sense.
today. Yeah, it might not make sense today, but it might make sense tomorrow or next week.
I'm going to replay that in my head, and tomorrow it's going to. And then we're going to go jump on Saturday, and we're going to record another one. Just so be ready. Just kidding.
Not with me.
Just kidding. Oh.
So stay grounded and have a thing. Yeah. Brett,
Yeah.
I don't know. You might be the thing that's keeps us grounded.
My wheels are spinning right now. I know people that have like, the little Rolodex things of like positive affirmations and, but just anything. I think a friend of mine has like a little calendar thing that's like dog thoughts. That like, is just like something to make you like what a dog would think in the day. Right. It's just something stupid and funny, but any way to stay grounded and just celebrating I love the celebrating the wins part. Cause it's like, you always forget of what you accomplish, throughout the day and throughout the weeks and the months and the years. And like, you look back on things and you're like, oh, this was so challenging. But then you never think about, oh my God, I accomplished all of this, right? That's the afterthought. It's not the first thing.
And that's exactly it. And, I'm blessed to have my husband because he pulls me back when I start to go, down the negativity path. He just pulls me back and he's like, why? Like, look at everything. I mean, we're very blessed. We've got 3 kids that are highly successful and happy and out on their own. Well, one's still in college, so he's still on the payroll, but he's doing pretty well. So it's just, you really do. You have to be thankful for what you have every day. And some days, like I say, it's easier to do than others. Some days I'll read my book and I'll just be like, what's going to happen today? And then other days I read it and I'm like, okay, I got this. So, again, it's that mindset, being blessed to wake up and put your feet on the ground every day. That's the way my husband lives his life. That's the way my father-in-law lives his life. I mean, it's insane when I look at him. And like I said, he works 3:30 to 5:30, 6 days a week. And he's 84 years old and he absolutely loves his job and he loves his life. And, he's a barber in Kennett Square. The shop has been generation to generation. And, when you're around people that focus on that, it helps you focus too. So.
Justin, her father-in-law puts you to shame. I always say that Justin works an absorbent amount, right? And he's a workhorse, and yeah, you're getting there. You got some big shoes to fill.
I did. Yeah, no, but it is. I mean, my father-in-law works the same way. I've been doing it since he was 17. It's fun it's really unique to find people like that, and I think not just look up to them, but he absolutely loves everything he does. Super positive human being and just more energy. I mean, if I have half the amount of energy he has at 67, 68 years old, I'll be really excited.
I mean, that's what we always say, even during COVID, when his shop was closed for like 90 days, it was, that was the first time in his life that he hasn't worked. Mm-hmm. And he every day it's going to end soon. It's going to end soon. We're going to be able to get back, I'm going to be all right. So it's, when you look at, the course of the last couple of years, our lives have all changed so tremendously that, you really do have to, count your blessings that we're all doing what we're doing.
Brett, we needed this on Monday, not Friday.
Yeah, but this is going to
be a great one to start the week with. That's a great one to end the week with too, I guess. But
yeah,
come on, it's Friday. It's 5:00 somewhere, guys, right?
Right. We're getting there. Yeah.
All right. So to finish things off, why don't you share a recent win that you've had here at Perch with Baby Merlin? What's a recent win? Whether it could be small, could be big, maybe the most recent one.
The most recent win. There's like, actually, I'm going to go 3 big wins. We launched the Dream Sack in Target last week. So we have 2 products in Target on Pogs, top row. That's very exciting. Extensive growth. We launched in Bye Bye Baby this week. So win number 2. And then win number 3, a lot of Baby Merlin's success has been through influencer outreach, working with our sleep partners. And 3 of our big influencers did posts this week for us. We did not ask for it. But 2 days ago, we had a record sales day on Amazon just because of a post of an influencer. So It's been a great week at Baby Merlin.
That's a good ender.
That's fantastic. All right. Yeah. Hey, shut it down, Kelly. It's go ahead. Good week.
It's
Good
5
job.
o'clock.
Yeah, you're done.
I only have about 6 more calls today, so it's not 5 o'clock yet.
Okay. Well, okay. Hopefully this will bring the spirits up and bring the energy up into those. I love it. All right, Justin, we got to go back and we got to think about some more, some positive momentum and energy kind of going in with the team.
We got to bring back that Friday little the weekender, the rose that we used to talk about all the time.
Yeah, we used to. At our last company, we used to do like rose and thorns. So the rose like the win, and the thorn is like the challenge and how you're working through it.
But Brett got so frustrated with the thorns that he got rid of the thorns, and we just went with rose.
Yeah, because everyone the rose would be something like, ooh, it's kind of like lackluster, and the thorns are like heavy hitting problems that everyone dwelled on. I'm like, we're not doing those anymore. Just do the wins. Like let's do just.
Yeah, well, we do on lifestyle team. We do rosebud thorn. So we do rosebud thorn. I don't know.
We did find that when we got rid of the thorn, the rose conversations got a lot rosier. There was a lot more depth to that.
So I'm going to take that back to the growth team and the lifestyle team and say, okay, we need to get rid of the thorns.
Because you guys know the thorns, you know the problems. Let's talk about the wins. Celebrate the wins.
Yeah,
there.
Those are for real meetings.
Yeah. All right. So there's our mantra. I'm going to text you both or Slack you both on Monday morning. Celebrate the wins. There we go.
I'm in.
Done.
Awesome.
Done. Awesome. Thank you, Kelly. This is I know it's only been 90 days since we met, but I feel like we've gotten to know each other a bunch. This is awesome.
No, thanks, guys. I appreciate you asking me to be on.
Thank you.
I'll keep you posted on Cal's professional career as he grows.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for him in the minors soon.
It's getting calls up. Perfect. Awesome. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.